was a good black boy.
Why are you
I
bringing back?
promise, I was a good black boy, master.
Other races are tired of black people.
I would like to say that formally that this is all stupid.
I'm just trying to figure out when you're going to get to the point of segregation is okay. Not segregation!
Listening to the Burger Hour podcast.
Like, I don't want to seem like I'm an elite big backer. You know? I'm almost like I got elite food techniques or nothing.
I don't know. You're probably not elite, but you.
Thank you.
You up there though.
Oh.
Like, you're not elite, but like you D1 though.
I don't. You think I'm elite big back?
Like if they had, if eating was a professional sport,
Like big back Olympics?
you would get a scholarship.
You think so?
You would get a scholarship. You can cook and then you eat.
I'm not.
Crazy.
But like, I'm thinking like, okay, how many colleges? I'm trying to think of the enrollment count.
All right, so every HBCU.
Every HBCU. Okay, so let's say we got
I'm talking like you know those crazy news stories where they're like, Las Vegas girl gets $2.3 million in scholarships.
Okay, wait.
strictly
So
from
are we talking
HBCUs.
about how many students are enrolled into the big back classes?
So they get scholarships. All right, so there's a lot of kids that
No,
weren't gonna go.
I'm
before.
just trying to think that like how many kids I'm up against. Because if it's like, let's say it's like let's say we got a total of like 50,000
Yeah.
enrollment a year. Okay, you think I'm top 1%? 50,000?
50,000.
Come on.
But listen.
It got another menus.
I didn't want to say it. You know the menus.
Mm-hmm.
So like, your GPA is high.
But
your,
my thing
your
is,
FPA, your food point average is high.
okay, my thing what makes somebody a big back is when they approach each meal with a different strategy. Like they attack their meals strategically. Like that's big, bro.
They cut their food differently, like depending on what it is.
Depending on what it
they cut
is, depending on the
differently.
type of sausage you got on top of it.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna take a bite. Oh wait. Nah, I do that. Wait. Okay. Because I'm thinking about it. And I knew it was bad because the kids started noticing it, okay?
Okay.
If I got like a chicken sandwich and fries, I always eat the chicken sandwich first and then the fries.
And then the fries after.
I never mix them.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
No matter what it is. But if I got a burger, I always eat the fries first. And I never mix it.
Wait, pause. You don't use ketchup.
For the... Oh no, that might be up there. Because it depends on where I'm at. Because at K's, I'm not using no ketchup for the fries. But at Red Robin, I always use ketchup for the fries. I always do have ketchup have ranch for the fries.
Oh my God. Hold on, bro. Hold on. This is hilarious because there's layers to it.
Uh-huh.
Because of whose ranch are you not going to eat no more?
Red Robin. So I'm going to do...
This is crazy.
And I don't like Wendy's ranch no more either. They changed it back in like 2019.
He knows the dates.
Who does it?
He is a hungry historian.
The Red Apocalypse? The Wendy's Red Apocalypse of 2019? Everybody knows that one.
That's about that one.
Everybody does. They changed the barbecue sauce too.
You know what happened? What overshadowed it? The chicken sandwich apocalypse of 2019.
No, that was in 2020.
That was in 2020?
Mm-hmm.
No, that was 2019.
Mm-mm.
No, that was 2019 because that was before I came back to Las Vegas.
Which one?
That was when Popeyes dropped in. Everybody went crazy. Lines around the corner for Popeyes. That was 2019.
It was 2020 because it was COVID. And they said that
No,
COVID was the reason.
It was before. Because this was before I moved back to Vegas.
They said that was the reason that we was getting COVID. That's what I remember.
So afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, the great
The donut
great
one?
chicken sandwich inflation of 2019.
The donut one from KFC?
The donut one. Yes, that
So
one
we got
as
the
well.
donut one, the Popeyes one.
Uh,
McDonald's tried.
McDonald's tried.
They brought whatever one they had.
The McCrispy?
They
Yeah.
brought a big one back or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we got the classic Chick-fil-A.
Uh-huh.
You want to rank them real quick?
Let's roll. So I'm ranking them now. In hindsight, if you eat the
We're going to
Popeyes
disagree.
chicken sandwich,
I can already know. Furthermore, we're going to disagree completely. But go ahead and continue.
the Popeyes chicken sandwich now is
Delicious.
no.
I'm going to go ahead with the correct opinion. Number
Oh my
one, I'm going to
God,
take the
you
classic Chick-fil-A.
crazy.
Number two, I'm going to immediately come back to back with Popeyes.
Please.
Immediately
Please.
behind Chick-fil-A. Immediately. So quick behind Chick-fil-A is that Popeyes
Nah.
sandwich spicy extra mayo. Go ahead, continue with your dumb opinion.
Nah. We gas Popeyes, bro. I don't know if it was like post food clarity, post hunger clarity, but like I had a Popeye sandwich. My last one was like 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I took a bite and I was like, nah, this ain't it.
Well, you knew where I was big, though.
What?
This is where I knew I was big. I don't want to say it, actually.
No, go ahead. We in too deep.
You sure?
Please.
You going to judge?
Is that what we're here for?
All right. So one time, bro, like, you know, and it's not my best moment.
That's what I know you lying. Talking about some one time. It's never one time with you, Des.
It wasn't one time. It wasn't one time, though. It wasn't.
Like, try to trick me.
But one time, it was only one time that I got fries with it, too. Okay?
Yeah.
So one time, bro, like, I went and I just, you know, I got a sandwich. And the sandwich came, and I looked at it, and I was like, this ain't it. I said, hey, can y'all just throw me another one up in there? Y'all just throw another one up in there real quick. Yeah, I see y'all got them made already, like, you know what I'm saying? And I had to try the hot and the classic.
Yeah.
So I was like, can y'all just throw a, you know, a classic up in there for me too, you know, extra mayo. Whatever, they threw it up in there, you know. And I was eating it, and I was about halfway through the classic, you know, after I finished my spicy, and I was just like, it's a little room up in there. So, so I went up to the counter, and I was like, hey, you know, y'all mind for me another one, but like for this one, can y'all do double stackers?
Like, gang, this is not a
Do y'all
buffet.
do y'all do double doubles?
This is
Oh,
our
the
only
sandwich.
recipe. We not remixing
right.
it, gang. This is not.
No, I was just like, y'all just throw 2 patties on there. But I want y'all to throw like mayo in between the patties too. So like I want y'all to do mud patty, you know, me then do the like the spicy and then another patty and then just do the regular. Let me try that. Like,
Like, gang, do you want to get back here?
I'm like, let me just.
You want to get on the grill?
No, I was telling them, I was like, bro, I think that'll smack. And I'm like, if it's good, I'll let y'all know. Maybe y'all can add it to the menu.
We do not control that.
I was like,
16.
I was like, I really will talk. I'm so serious. I'll talk to your manager, right? You know what I'm saying? I was like, I do a little TikTok or whatever. So like, I'll post about it. Everything was cool.
No, bro.
They still me paid full price, but it was all right. It wasn't nothing, you know.
Oh, they made it for you.
Yeah, they did.
It was all right.
It was cool. So
That's hilarious.
it wasn't no creation. I just had to make it seem like it was a creation though, because it was kind of big of me.
3 sandwiches.
Well, really 4 if you count that second patty. So.
Hold on, run an intro. Patreon. All right. Thank you so much, Patreon, for subscribing.
What's everybody? Welcome back to the BRGR Podcast, Black people's favorite podcast, where we be black and love Jesus. I'm Burgers.
I'm Thomas Salisbury.
Is that part about me eating the 4 chicken patties? Popeye's gonna be up in there?
Yeah, that's all going in. I tricked you. It's not for Patreon.
Oh God. Well,
It's for the hospital because you are a big bag.
that was so long ago, bro. You just said it was 2019, bro. I was way slimmer back then. You know, and I was still like, I was young, so
You
like,
slim.
you know, you can eat whatever.
You can take it.
At that age, you really could eat whatever. Don't.
What?
Why you tell me what I could take? That was like pause.
All right.
You could take it.
Slight reach, but I'll say I apologize.
I don't even know how that's a reach.
Slight reach.
Telling me we sit there talking about how much meat I ate. You're like, yeah, you can take it, and I'm reaching.
I never said that.
You just told me how much meat I can take, and I'm reaching. I'm reaching. I don't get it.
Listen, all in my ear.
Well, you the one that got the headphones on.
I know, because I want to monitor this audio. I
You
want
really
to
get
do it.
distracted. We just said we're gonna have a good episode.
I ain't
You
gonna get
can't
distracted. I
multitask.
just want to make sure it's good.
This hoe.
Oh my gosh. Black fatigue.
Yeah, I watched that. I was
We'll
like,
start
what is
it.
he talking about? What is Thomas talking
My
about?
thing is like you never be down with the trends, but like all the silly ones, you be like, "Hey, bro, you seen the cornbread goblin?" No, I didn't see the cornbread.
There's a
goblin.
cornbread goblin. We didn't talk about a silly one. Only silly one, like silly to me, is like Grimace. We didn't talk about that.
We didn't talk about Grimace, but
We
like
didn't talk about Sukihana.
your stuff is just different. Like you be like, did you know? Bringing up celebrities I never heard of. Lil Pookie Dookie. Did you know he got a baby on Jeezy Waney? Who are these people?
Yes, again. I
Who
feel
are
like
these people? Loving
Yo,
hip hop characters.
I feel like when I told you about Blueface, when I was like, Blueface murdered in Vegas, that was my topic.
That was one. But that was like a passing joke. That wasn't really a topic.
But what about like Usher?
You're selecting. I'm talking about the ones where like
I got good
you
ones.
know, it'd be like, what is he talking about? Like that gospel singer that was like, everybody in my family been in my guts. I'm like, who is this? Like, really?
Kiki
Stop.
Did he just call Kiki Sheard that gospel singer?
Stop.
Kiki Sheard,
Stop.
daughter of the Karen Clark Shears.
Stop. I'm retracting.
Kiki Sheard is that
Wait.
gospel singer?
I'm retracting because I gotta remember I'm not that black. I'm not that black.
That is insane that you just say Kiki Sheard.
I gotta listen. I'll tell you.
Do you know who the Clark sisters are?
Am I supposed to know these people?
You don't know the Clark sisters?
I know the Walls group.
The Walls group is gonna say the Clark sisters are J Moss's niece. That's J Moss' niece.
Well, listen.
Does that help?
Listen, I'm one circle away.
The Bishop of Kojic, that's her daddy.
I'm one circle away.
You know Kojic, right? Church of God of Christ?
Yeah.
The bishop. The one that
Yeah.
run the whole thing.
Word.
That's her daddy.
Okay. Shout out them. For sure.
What is wrong with this dude? We're not talking
Listen.
about no more gospel artists, bro. He just called Kiki Sheard that one girl.
Frick! I can't get away with anything anymore. Listen, black fatigue.
Yeah, black fatigue. Because I'm
Black
going to
fatigue.
sit with that for a second.
So you-
Kiki Sheard.
So you didn't hear anything
It's
about...
the God in me.
Wait, no,
It's-
what? Wait, what? Who's that?
Mary featuring Kiki Sheard when she was 14 years old.
Oh, I didn't know. I just thought it was Mary and Mary. I
Her
didn't
name's not
know.
even Mary.
I don't even...
Just go, please.
Oh
Black
my
fatigue.
gosh! So you ever heard anything about like the black fatigue movement, the trend that's happening right now?
Is it when you're tired of being black?
It's when other races are tired of black people, or
Oh.
black people are tired of black people, but mainly which black people, if you had to guess.
You know that one dude that like was like, he was like, get on Instagram and he's talking like this, and he was like, you guys couldn't get my job if you wanted to, if you tried. And the comments was like, is you Batman or something? That dude? Like that.
So no, it's actually that he would probably be the one that would have something against these black people, but it's basically the ghettos, the sexy reds of the black. universe.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. He had black fatigue.
Okay, yeah, the black
Right.
cinematic universe, the sexy reds, the
Retired
Ice
Sexy
Spice,
Red.
all them, all those
Retired
that
Ice
genre
Spice.
of black, you know, like that Chris Rock. Is it Chris Rock?
This is terrible. Yeah. I hate that Chris Rock line. I'm
That
so
Chris
glad
Rock
you
line?
mentioned
Yeah, that.
But go ahead and continue. Since we're here.
Okay,
Like I hated that. Like that's the reason I'll
Let's-
never see Chris Rock.
let's
ever.
let's lock in on the videos real quick, and we got some different sides to it, and we'll see what we can ponder from.
I want to be on the right side.
Ah.
Uh-oh.
I'm scrolling on TikTok, minding my own business, just getting lost in the videos, and a white woman pops up in my algorithm and it's titled Black Fatigue, and I'm like, this should be interesting. Basically, in her video, she's calling out the black community for different ignorant things that we do. And it's not just her. I've seen a lot of white people on this app kind of come out. It's almost like, raise your hand if you've been personally victimized by Regina George type of videos. The videos that I've personally seen is not racism. It's accountability. It's one of those to where they are tired. They are fed up to where they have opened their camera and they start confessing the things that agitate them about the black community.
Why is racism coming back? More buzzwords to justify it. The newest one is black fatigue. Before that, it was DEI. You understand there's never anything good enough for these races, right? Black Fatigue is actually a book on how racism erodes the mind, body, and spirit and explores systemic racism and its effect on black people. These racists aren't even smart enough to know the definitions of the words they're using, such as DEI.
There's a subgroup within the black community so attached to the past that they treat progress like betrayal. And if your healing threatens their identity, you become the enemy before they even question the wound. They idolize degradation, offended by everything, ashamed of nothing, and proud to live behind the stereotype meant to dehumanize them. And anyone who refuses to scream pain or echo their script becomes a target.
From your understanding of what black fatigue is, it's basically, like I said, black people. It's really a mix of everybody getting upset at the specific genre of black people who they feel brings down the quality of the race. Give me your take.
I think it's all
Back up.
I would like to say that formally that this is all stupid.
I'm just trying to comprehend like this. I don't like the concept of genres of blacks.
Yeah.
So I'm already off. I'm off the boat, metaphorically speaking.
Yeah.
No, but I'm already off the
Shape
boat
the culture.
because I'm not getting it. I'm not. Shut up. I'm not getting with genres of black. So
Yeah. You don't think we got different genres? Or you don't agree with the different genres? of
yeah, I
black?
don't like it. I don't like that concept.
But you think it's true?
Nah. I think just some of us are a little bit more educated than others.
Mm.
I feel like we differentiate ourselves so much, bro. Like
Yeah.
it's really another way of saying the good blacks and the bad blacks.
Ah,
It's
yeah.
really just it really is. There's no other way to say it. You're just trying to change like okay, let's say genre. Okay, let's say type. Okay, let's say N words and black people. Like we're trying to make it funny, trying to do all this stuff, but
Yeah.
we don't really declassify like poor whites and rich whites. Like white is white. Just some of them have more money and some of them have less money.
Yeah. Well,
how
I
we
mean,
do it.
we
It's
say like we say the trailer trash.
Yeah, we say
That's
that
one.
more than them though.
You got the rich white folk.
Bro, we say that more than them.
Well, I don't know. I've
But
been around white people, but white people.
we say that more than the white people. White people don't be like, oh, trailer trash.
I will say, Dave Chappelle did have that joke. It's one person, but
No,
I
when
don't
I
know,
say
gang.
we, us as black people, we
Yeah.
address that more than the white people do. I'm saying
Well,
we say trailer trash.
yeah. Well, I'm saying that Dave Chappelle was talking about how he went to a cocktail party and the white people called him that. That could just be the joke.
Oh, could be
But he's
calling
just one person.
Could call
But
him the one person.
I
Wait.
100%
So
believe.
Dave Chappelle did a joke saying that white people calling another white person trailer trash.
Yeah, like rich white folk calling the trailer trash. Trailer trash,
Okay.
basically. So obviously that's one person, like I said. But
Mhm.
I really do think that's like a common factor within like all races.
Uh-huh.
So like Indians, we don't. The ones in Kolkata, they different. They different. Us
I'm
over
curious.
here,
You know,
we
I
different.
would love to hear because the closest race that I am to is Mexican, and they do have a thing. They have like they say implicit bias against darker Mexicans. So that's there, and I think it's because Mexicans who are lighter are able to blend in more with
in America.
yes,
Yeah,
Americans.
yeah.
I think that's what it is. And
What's
it's
that
kinda
called? Gringo? Or no, that's white people. But like
Like, they say huelas, but
what
it's white. It just means the same thing. It's white. It's like when you're white, we white.
Uh,
Yeah. So when you're able to blend in, yeah, obviously I don't know, and I just feel like it's a differentiation, but they don't do that though. That's it, and there's not really no like disrespect. Like, oh, we don't mess with those dark Mexicans. Hispanics do. The Hispanics can be prejudiced against other Hispanics though.
like Puerto Ricans versus I don't know.
Well, the big one is Cubans versus Mexicans.
Okay.
Like nobody likes Cubans for real.
Yeah.
But that's because never mind.
Why?
They like they
What? What's their genre?
they genre is they act like they food. Too much going on, too
Yeah.
spicy, a little zesty sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it kind of stinks a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bland on the color. So
I had there's a I don't know if I'll call him the homie, but everybody agreed that he was just annoying, and he would always claim his Puerto Rican side.
they say
like-
I mean they say Puerto Ricans too, but he's Puerto Rican. So I don't gotta they got a good TikTok sound, so I don't, if you got a good TikTok around you, like I'm good. You know, like Dominicans, they got that saca tus hueritas, summer is spinaches. No more summers, he's Dominican. And then you got it's like some Puerto Rican up in her. So that's Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
So I'm good with them.
Okay.
Cubans don't really got no TikTok, so
Okay.
so I'd be like, oh, he Cubana, and it's funny. Then I like Cubans too. So,
So they get their media game up.
yeah, basically.
Okay, I
So
feel that.
yeah, and the lady that made the Puerto Rican thing was black. So shout out her for carrying the entire Puerto Rican community on her shoulders. So
Yeah. So here's the thing: what I feel about genres of black people.
Mhm.
I feel like that's necessary in
Mm.
order to cure.
Mm.
The
So
black
you believe in
community.
segregation?
Not segregation, but
Nah,
differentiation.
Nah.
I believe in
Nah,
differentiation.
don't back
for
up
sure.
now.
No, I didn't back up. I'm still
You
going
backing up.
forward.
You backing up.
I'm up in that thing.
Segregation.
Nah. You trying to back up? I'm in that thing, Des.
Okay. Can you get out of that thing? First of all,
Nah, I'm gonna stay in.
I prefer when you get out.
It's warm.
No, I prefer when you leave that thing. I'm not comfortable.
No, so there's segregation and differentiation. We can be in the same room. We can chill. I'm not gonna lie. That genre of sexy red black people, they funny sometimes.
Mhm.
But when you come in at 7 a.m. talking about some good, not good morning. What they be saying? What they be saying at 7 a.m.?
I don't know.
Best friend.
Oh,
Come
they don't say that
on.
no more, bro.
Nah.
That's not a thing no more. So
When you so in high school, it's best friend. When you get older, it's like, I don't know. It turns into
no,
just
I'm
like,
saying the kids don't say that no more.
saying a name. What? Really?
Yeah, they be like they say. Oh, they do say like Favo.
Well, do you be in Oh, are you saying like it's different? Like it's different lingo?
Yeah, I guess they say Favo maybe.
Favo. What's Favo? That's
It's like best friend. They just don't. Kids don't believe in best friends no more. They
What?
have a closey. Like they don't have besties. They have closey.
You have closey.
Yeah. And
See,
Favo.
this is where we.
Because I don't have best friends. Like, best friends hurt you, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
So,
God!
I got
Please.
acquaintances. I got a closey. I got a Favo. That's
It
my
is
sister.
not 2016, bro. That depression.
Well, I guess they're still in 2016.
I don't have friends. Like you weren't even born in 2016.
Can you just imagine, like, we're so off topic, but I'm just saying, like, how we talk about 2016, this next generation is going to talk about 2025.
Yeah, and I'm
This
like,
is not 2025. I'm like, what? We don't even know. You even know what we went through. Like, I dare you. I dare you to say,
like summer 2025 was the best. I was like, I was paying bills the
bro,
whole
I dare you to sing Summer 16 right now.
time. Please.
Come on, acapella. Exactly. You don't know it, bro. I got enemies, got a lot of. Exactly, bro. You're not really my generation. They'd be like, duh, we're not.
We're not. I was born in 2016.
Yeah, like, whatever.
I was born the day that song dropped.
Yeah. But anyway,
but yeah, so I believe in the differentiation. Differentiation. Yes.
What is
yes,
the difference, Thomas?
Yes. Between what? Between
Segregation and differentiation.
Okay,
Because
so
you're saying
segregation
because
is
I'm
the-
not, I'm
wait,
gonna
wait.
make you drink. I'm not gonna. You could drink out of my same water fountain.
Yes, stop bringing it to racism. You're gassing it. Listen, wait.
Okay, I'll wait. I'll let you talk yourself in the
Hey,
hole.
Let it go live. Can you let it? Segregation. Gotta explain this. Segregation is the willful act of separating a group. Physically separating a group.
Not physically.
Yes, physically.
Required physically.
Yes, it does. Segregation is yes, it does. It does. Then differentiation is being able to go, that is that type of person, and that is that type of person. That's how we know. That person
You're
over there is
correct.
looking like he's
Actually-
doing some shady.
Actually, you're correct. You're defining classification.
Sure.
I'm telling you,
Sure.
but you can continue.
Sure. Classification.
Okay.
All right. So I just stepped into his frame. He's about to kill me with something that.
No, I'm gonna let you continue
Okay.
explaining
So
because you're right. Segregation is physical.
I feel like
You're
different-
defining classification.
So I feel like classification is giving a name to it, right? So differentiation is just seeing it and understanding that it's different. Where classification is I'm giving it a name. I'm giving them.
I just feel like differentiation is like subconscious. It's subconscious classification, whereas like classification is like outward.
Yeah. Okay. I'm down with that. I'm down with that.
So you believe in classification?
I believe it. So the reason why do we believe in that? It is very, very important in a society, in a community, in a country that you point out the people who are doing things that are not conducive to a good society. So remember the
Okay.
Galaxy Gas? Remember Galaxy Gas? Brief stint. They probably is still doing it in Atlanta, but like brief stint. Immediately, we were like, why are you doing whippets? You're 16. Why are you bringing Galaxy Glass into your third period class? It's important to point that stuff out. It's important to
Tide
point out
Pods. Eating the
Tide Pods. It's important to point all that stuff out.
No, this is good stuff. I agree with you so far. Okay, I'm with you. I'm walking with you.
And that's how like I said, that's how we curtail that behavior so people can start doing the right thing.
Okay.
Anybody against that?
So far, what you said, we didn't get to why we believe in classification.
Okay.
You just said why you believe in acknowledging people's wrong behaviors. No disagreements there.
Okay, so why do I believe in classification? I feel like I kind of
No, like if I see X group of people doing X thing,
yeah.
I agree. Saying that's dumb. Everybody who does X thing should stop doing it. Everybody who Sexy Red was stupid for showing up to that school smelling like weed and then posting, talking bad about the principal, about how you make more than the principal, disrespecting that principal who is forging the minds of the next generation and influencing the kids to now not respect that principal and all the adults to not respect that principal just because you made your money in a different way. That was stupid, and anybody who agrees with her is stupid and not conducive to a good society. I agree.
Right.
But I can say that without having to classify Sexy Red and her people and to become those people.
Okay.
Because
okay.
just because she did that thing doesn't mean she needs to become one of those blacks.
One of those blacks. Okay. What about one of those people, that group? Because
For what though?
they're still like we got not little baby. What's her name? Bad Baby. We got Bad Baby.
Okay.
Same brand.
Caucasian. Okay.
Same brand. Different race.
Mm-hmm.
So that type of person.
But why? What do we gain from classification? Because I get, like I said, I'm with you on the saying that was dumb.
Yeah.
But why does it have to classify them?
So I don't know
Because
how to say the word actual word, but what is the word? I don't know how to pronounce it. Ostracization?
Yeah. So
Ostracizing them.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
got- ostracizing them. That back when in the tribal days, right?
Mhm.
You know, Native Americans back in Africa, they seen that somebody in the tribe was, let's say, stealing food. Let's say giving food to a different tribe, or practicing some type of like bad practice that
Right.
they not messing with. They praying to the wrong God.
Right.
At that point, it's like, all right, we get the leaders together. He gone. He gone. All right. We have the boundaries. We have the list. We all know the list. You knew it because we told you when you were really, really young. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Well, that's even in the Bible.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's even in the Bible, the way to run the church.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm with you. Still don't get how we generalizing a group of people. We still ain't got there yet.
Dead. All right. So
Because
all right,
when,
listen,
when
like
you
a-
define classification, you know where they classify people? Race. Race was our primary form of classification.
yeah.
That's what got us here in the first place. You saying let's classify even more. Because you know what? I wanna be accepted by the white folks. All right. I wanna be accepted by y'all.
Why you had Uncle Tom?
But just some of us we all can't go. These girls over here.
Wait, pause.
They
pause.
can't come. And I know. But me, I's a good black boy.
Why are you
I
bringing that?
promise, I's a good black boy, master. I know they can't come. They can't come because she be stealing. And she was smoking. She was smoking the devil's lettuce. But I's a good black boy, master. I is. I is. I even follow Candace Owens. I even follow Candace Owens.
You went from Bernie Mac to Uncle Tom. Like that, bro. That was crazy.
I just don't get classification. It was race, like I said.
So the Bible says.
The Hutus and the Tutsis.
Word.
Classification.
Mm.
What the Bible say?
The Bible
Everybody
said-
that come from the four corners of the earth.
No.
Okay.
What I said, what Jesus said. What did Jesus say he was here to bring? What did he come here to bring?
He came to bring salvation. He came to bring. Can you just quote what you
He
said?
came to bring the sword. He came to bring the sword, Des. He came to separate who? Mother and daughter, father and son, cousin and nephew, son and that weird uncle that be trying to get you in the closet. He came to separate. Now, tell me if I'm misinterpreting it, because there's definitely a difference between the folks that just like can't accept Christ and their heart is hardened versus the ones that understand it. Because you can't say that there's no difference between these type of people. We got 2819 people, and then we got I'm at Dre's nightclub every other weekend type people trying to get in with my bubble skirt on.
I'm lost, nephew.
Ah!
I'm lost.
No, you acting.
No.
You acting.
So Jesus came to separate people?
Yes, he did.
Separate who? Because you said mother and daughter.
He came. Let's use the right term.
Okay.
Divide.
He came to divide what?
He came to divide his people. He came to divide. So now we're talking about
Can we pull up the scriptures that you quote in the Bible?
frick.
Because I don't like when people misquote my Jesus.
Okay. If I'm misquoting, I apologize. Listen, my heart is always open to correction.
Okay.
All right. The Bible also says iron.
Iron sharpens iron.
Yeah. Iron. I thought it was a different metal.
So as one sharpens another.
Here we go. Listen.
Who wrote that?
Please tell me if I'm wrong. That was Paul. Frick. Listen, see, I'm getting sharp. Now I know. I was dull in my brain. Oh no, bro. What were we talking about? Divide.
Jesus came to divide.
Divide.
And segregate the blacks and whites.
Bring a sword. No, I didn't say blacks and whites. Bring a sword. Oh my gosh. It's getting hot in here, gang.
Yeah, of course.
Jesus said, he said this. He said these
Don't
things.
assume
Don't assume.
that I came to bring peace on the earth. I
I
did
didn't
not
do
come
that.
to bring peace, but a sword.
Can you isolate this message, please? All right, don't assume.
I'm pulling out my study Bible.
For I came to turn a man against his father, a daughter against his a daughter against her mother, a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and a man's enemies will be the members of his household. The one who loves a father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. The one who loves a son and daughter more than me is not worthy of me.
So where did you read this?
Where did I read it?
Mhm.
This is one of them scriptures that be in my heart.
Oh, read the King James.
Frick,
I hate
the King James.
I hate to be that dude. Like I'm never going to like try to disrespect the Bible.
Yeah.
I just want you to read that. The part about loving your mother and father more.
That part, not the sword. Let me see. The one who. KJV. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, and he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. That's deep.
That was a King James version
That was a King James.
or the New King?
No, that was KJV. In KJV is he who loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, and he who loves son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me.
Okay, let's just look at the
Help me up.
Jesus. This is speaking that. Yeah. Okay. So I got my understanding. So now can you repeat what you just said
All right.
with this understanding? I'm now open again to hear what you have to say, knowing that what Jesus said.
Okay. Rewind.
Go back. So Jesus came.
Jesus came to bring a sword
and to do what?
and divide everybody.
No.
The people.
No.
Okay. All right.
He never said divide. So he said he came to bring a sword.
To bring a sword.
Right.
Wait, am I tripping?
So what are we?
Am I putting my own words? Am I putting words in Jesus' mouth?
Yeah, this is called eisegesis. You in the CSB?
Yeah, I'm a CSB.
Okay, read it again.
I got the Don't assume that I came to bring peace on the earth. I did not come to bring peace, but a sword. For I came to turn a man against his father, a daughter against her mother, a daughter-in-law against her mother. A man's enemies will be the members.
So what does that mean he came to do?
Okay. In the most literal terms, he went to separate people in the family.
No.
Wait.
Because
he keeps it. All right. He said it. All right. To turn against. That's how I'm saying what I interpret.
yeah.
So to turn each other against each other.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
But why?
From what you now. All right,
Because the
if we
first
bring it
commandment
into the
because the
context-
first commandment with the promise was what?
Say again.
The first commandment with the promise was what? To honor your mother and your father. That was
Yeah.
the first commandment with the promise. Honor your father and your mother, so your days can be long. The
Yeah.
promise. Okay. If that's the case, and God is promising long life for honoring your parents, why would He literally come to divide your household up?
Okay.
Should a man not have control over his house?
I mean, shit.
So obviously there's something we're missing there.
Okay.
We can't just look and be like,
Yeah, I can see that.
Jesus came to mess us up. Yeah, because you're missing everything
Okay,
else the
yeah.
Bible stands for.
Okay.
So there's obviously something there. It's telling us that Jesus came to bring a message that twists hearts around.
Okay.
Because if I start living different, if my whole family smoke and I start living different, I start saying that just don't sit right with me. Go smoke with us. No, I don't do that no more. Jesus, it don't sit right with the Holy Ghost to me.
Mm.
Oh, so you just too good for us now. That's
the
division.
concept.
That's the division.
Okay.
That's where the sword came to divide that.
So
But
kinda, I was on the
it's-
right track, but like,
I mean, I guess
with different interpretations.
I guess I just feel like it's a stretch.
So listen,
okay,
no,
go
no,
ahead.
let me lock in.
I'll let you
Let me
get
lock
there,
in.
bro.
Let
Go
me
ahead.
lock
Take
in.
your time. Take your time, G. Take your time.
Let me
Talk your stuff. I'm walking with you. You try it. You try it. I'm trying to let you get there, bro.
Lock in.
I'm trying to let you get there. Go
So
ahead.
what you're saying is is that Jesus came to differentiate. Wait. I can't believe I just said that. I can't believe I said that with my own mouth and tongue.
This is actually so
passed my
crazy.
teeth.
You're literally, you know, the last time that I feel like these words were said,
What?
I'm not even being funny.
Yeah.
I'm not being funny.
Please don't say that crazy.
I feel like the last time somebody used the Bible to speak like this was to justify slavery. I'm so for real. Just like what you're saying, I can see a slave master saying like Jesus really came to separate us. Like he even said he brought a sword to differentiate like good and bad.
You gotta lock.
Like, and he even said that like certain people, and this is what they use. Everybody came from the four corners of the earth. Like, so like that means those people are different. Like they're not lesser, but like they even have slaves in the Bible. Like, and Jesus said, "Give Caesar what's Caesar's." Like, you know, and they said, "Slaves obey your masters." So like that means I must have like slaves. So
Do not Catholicize me right now. Okay?
I'm literally so for real.
Don't do that to me right now. Please.
Like I'm being so for real.
Listen. So I'm not talking about the person. When I say the differentiation and we talk about the classification, we're talking about the morals and the values that the whole person holds. If you act like that in public, you obviously hold different values than me.
100%.
Boom.
So what should happen to them? They should go to jail?
No, they need to be propagandized, institutionalized.
Oh, you know who else does that? Kim
Don't-
Jong-un.
Listen, Dez.
What?
Not from the top down, Dez.
So from the where?
from the disciples. From the disciples making disciples, making disciples, making disciples.
Oh, so we need to bully them.
Not bully.
So you're saying bring back bullying.
Not bully.
So you're saying bring back what?
Not bullying.
Shaming.
Well, we ain't say all that.
Okay.
All right. You're putting words in my mouth.
I'm just trying to ask.
Now, old Thomas would say, yes, bring back shaming.
They say that a lot on
But
Instagram.
there is no yeah, them comments be funny. But there is no condemnation. Ooh, one day I'll get good with my Bible. Ooh, one day I'll get that would have been hard if I would have finished that line. Des, you know I be reading. You know I be reading. There is no condemnation in Christ.
The Bible says study and show thyself approved. So if you can't show yourself that's approved, then I don't know if you were studying. Now I'm getting there. Bro, so you know I be studying? Well, you ain't showing thyself approved. So
Well,
I don't know if
listen,
you was
listen.
studying. I ain't saying that.
I wasn't a good student, all right. My reading comprehension on my SATs, it was low. But that's because I didn't try. But now that I think about it, maybe I did. But, that's off topic. That's off topic.
Because I'm just trying to.
Listen.
So don't bring back shame. Bring back what?
Listen,
Or
because there's no
do-
condemnation in Christ Jesus.
Okay.
Is that what
I
I'm
think
saying?
that is
Okay,
the quote, yes.
there's no condemnation. Okay, bet. So we don't want to shame. We don't want to shame.
Yeah.
But what we want to do is keep making disciples and make disciples and make disciples
Right.
to do a domino effect that somehow get to those people.
Right. That's basis of Matthew 28:19. Come on.
Right.
The Great Commission. I get it.
And a part
Go
of that,
therefore and make disciples.
and a part of that
Yeah.
is propaganda, like a mug. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I am wrong.
But what is telling you that you're wrong ever done for anybody?
For me, it helps me. This stuff
In like what, 3 years? When you look back and be like, oh, he was right.
I'm sorry. Is that win not a win? Is a win not a win?
Just go ahead and continue about your propaganda.
My thing is like God made trees back in the beginning, and now it's still giving us oxygen nowadays. Like, what do you want from me? A win is a
So
win.
you just compare your ideas to trees?
Come on, bro. I'm on my
Like that was like the biggest stretch
you
ever.
know I be on my Kanye.
You literally
You know I be on
connected
my
your own
Ye.
ideas with oxygen itself.
I'm just like conscious. Like, oh my God, bro. Hit this, please.
Bro.
Be on when I'm on.
I'm just trying to figure out when you're gonna get to the point of segregation is okay.
Not segregation, man. All right, forget this topic, man. We've been on this for too long.
You ain't even got to your point yet. I've been trying.
Okay. Let's just leave it at this.
Okay, go ahead.
Leave it at what we just said right now, because I my brain can't do this. But I will say,
How you gonna give up on your
we'll
debate?
No, we gotta move on. I'll leave it at this.
Okay.
This is the clip that always went viral, but it's coming back. It's come back now with the Black Fatigue movement.
Wait, can I give my opinion first? I don't give mine.
Oh, please.
I believe that it's important to classify people. Like we should separate all groups. That is imagine though.
I started getting hard, bro.
What is wrong with him? And I even laugh with you for a second. Like I hate when somebody says something gay, but you don't hear it at first. Like you go with it, you laugh like, yeah, you did, huh? Didn't you? You're like, wait, oh, you did.
Hey, where does Brick come from?
Like, hey, nah, bro. I don't know. I agree that it is an issue though. That like there are black people that's really like embarrassing me, dog. I agree that that's an issue. Like I'm not
Yeah.
like when we say with the acknowledging hating the sin but not the sinner. Like I feel that. That's how I feel. You know. So I do agree it's an issue. I'm not unabreast to that. You know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't feel like it's a solution to just look at them and differentiate them.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's a solution to classify the groups because what does that do? Because there's people that do stuff. A prime example for me is like Kendrick Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
Kendrick Lamar does not align with my values at all.
True.
But I don't feel like he's doing with hip hop what Sexy Red is doing. I don't feel like anybody would say I'm putting Kendrick Lamar with Sexy Red.
Yeah.
However, he don't sit with me at all. But what I want to do in life. Like, I bet it's a prime example. J. Cole too. What he's doing. You know what I'm saying? He's a married man. He's whether he's cheating in private or not, we don't really know. But he's publicly loyal. Like he's not out here, objectifying women, and so like there's with that, I feel like that's applaudable. But he still doesn't follow my morals.
True.
So J. Cole, Kendrick, maybe even kind of Drake a little bit. Other than like the
He's a kind of Drake.
because of the
Definitely Drake.
the allegations.
What? Like
The allegations of like all the pedo stuff.
Oh yeah.
So, but like as far as like he's not necessarily publicly objectifying women and doing all of that stuff. Like, I mean, you know, and it's his music sometimes has some of the stuff in it.
Got a little iffy.
Yeah, but for the most part, like these artists aren't that realm of Sexy Red, of Ice Spice. They're not that realm of even like the comedians who fall to that category.
Yeah.
Like, it's raunchy.
Yeah, it's like it's a different level of degenerate.
Yeah, and it's like, who are we to say? That's always the problem. It's like, who are we to say? That's why, like, when it gets into like the when we're looking at like the liberal policies and stuff, like that's why I'm always like, who's to say that that's the line? Like, you know, some stuff like I'm always be like,
You're tweaking.
you know, it just don't make no sense. But it's just like, why do we get to just find the line? I don't get it. So with the differentiation, like, can I say that the Sexy Red thing with her going to that school with the principal was nonsense? 100%. It was nonsense. It was crap. Like, that was stupid. Ice Spice putting that 16-year-old in her music video. She knew she was 16. Ayla, whatever that girl name is, the girl that was twerking. She's famous, like, and she's known. People, they literally objectify her, and it's like Ice Spice is like, good girl, like you're walking in my steps. Like it's demonic. Like that stuff's demonic.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But like, I don't know.
Yeah,
what you gonna do? Like, what would you do if Ice Spice could like quote that scripture like mud?
What?
Like if Ice Spice could just like quote
just quote any scripture, but you still act the way she acted. That's antichrist.
I mean, like the devil know the Bible too.
That's antichrist. Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. That's my thing. Like when you said, it's like you just embarrassing the team. It's like when a football player makes a touchdown, right? And he dancing in the end zone. Yeah. It's an away game, and you're down by 50 points.
And that's why. But that's why your identity cannot become your race.
Yes.
And like that's why, like, I love my people, but I love Christians first. And it's like, I think I love Black Christians just a little bit more. And like, I don't know if that's wrong to say or not, but it's like, and actually, I won't say that. I won't say that I love Black Christians.
You kind of got a heart more for
but
them.
yeah, that's a better way to put it. Like, I won't say I love y'all more, but I have a heart for my people. Like my, you know what I'm saying?
You can sympathize.
Right. That's exactly what it is. And it's like, the way we do church is different. But it's like, when it comes to loving Jesus, we're going to love Jesus the same, whether I'm in Europe, whether I'm in Africa or South Asia or, you know, South America. Like, it's the same Jesus, you know? It's the same Jesus. So whatever. Yeah. That's the thing, I guess. Right. That's why it can't become your identity. Yeah. Okay, we got this last video?
We got this last video. We'll leave it off with this, and then we'll move on.
Part of why the civil rights movement has been so successful, and part of why those who have come after in terms of our leadership have been able to maintain a presence, is that black people have always had a certain amount of moral currency that we have been using. And let me be the first to tell you, that's used up. White America has been watching us act like fools for a long enough time where any sympathy they may have had to our plight is completely gone. Now, forget hating black people or not hating black people. They just don't care. You can't be the proud, noble fighter when every single time someone sees a person that looks like you on television, they're acting like a damn fool. How would they know? How would they know you're not a damn fool?
So at the end there, it kind of got into what you were just talking about, how it kind of makes your identity. It's like, how you know I'm not? Well, you know you're not. Mm-hmm. You don't have to prove that to anybody. Mm-hmm. But yeah, dude, so that was Eric Magruder. He was the creator of the Boondocks. That show. Oh my god. But yeah, the moral currency is like people. Like I'm pretty like back when slavery was first abolished, more people probably had more sympathy towards the plight of black people because like, okay, they wasn't chains, like they still got whip marks on their face and their back, like But it's like now we generations removed, we don't got no whips anymore, no whip marks, and now they're like, okay, but what's your excuse? So when they say like get over it, my question, and we can leave it at this and move on, but my question is like, I wonder when get over it is actually gonna be like the majority of black people are gonna be like, yeah. It's been like 200 years.
No, because it doesn't need. Because the solution is not to get over it. The solution is to find God. Yeah, that definitely that for sure. I don't think that it's to get over it. I think it's to not let it hold us down. Because we don't. Because we can still acknowledge that like slavery is what brought us here as a people.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't think that anybody is acknowledging. Anybody who does say this is like ignorant. but I don't believe anybody's looking like slavery is affecting me right now in my everyday life.
Okay, you would be surprised.
Like, no, I think that when they look at it, they're saying it acknowledges where we are as a people.
Oh, okay.
Like, I don't think that nobody's like, oh, I'm sitting here doing a podcast and slavery's the reason. Like, nobody's looking at, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, slavery's a direct cause.
Yeah.
But I think it's just the acknowledgement of, like, here we are as a people because we're years and years behind. Like, we really are years and years behind. And I wonder how long people think that it's supposed to take, like, an entire group of people to assimilate.
Like mentally switch the whole thing. Yeah, bro.
Like, that's such a real concern. It's like, if we really think about it, like, at one point in this same country, we were nothing. Then we became 3/5 of a person. We were 3/5 of a person, and that was a big jump. That was like, why do you want more? Why do you want more? Like, that was supposed to be it for us. And then we became free. And it's like, from that point of us becoming free and no segregation where, man is equal regardless of race, which was just in the 60s. From that time to now, how long do we think that it should take us as a people to be like, we're all the same?
Yeah.
Where stuff that was appropriate for us when we did it in our own communities, when we spread out amongst other communities and we kept doing the same things and it was misunderstood, and now, we become the angry black man and the angry black woman.
Yeah.
When do we feel like it's appropriate? How I want to know, Caucasian people, how much time do you think it should take us to mentally move as a full society?
Yeah.
The complete people. All black people.
We're what, 4, 5 generations removed from the abolition of slavery? When was that?
Yeah, because my grandma's grandma.
Okay. Wait, what year is that?
1864?
1864?
I mean, 65, sorry.
I think you're right. Shit,
See, this nigga don't even know.
Yeah, 1865. Yeah, dude. Yeah, about like 4 or 5. You said your grandma's grandma. Your grandma. Yeah, you're 4. Frick.
My grandma's grandma. Yeah, because my grandma's grandma was born in like 64 or something like that. Like around that time. She was born around that time. So her mom was in that slave time. Like, people have books that go back that far back. Like, if you look, like, if you go to any other country, and then I think also too, traveling the world opens your eyes up to it, because when you go to other countries, you see buildings that were from, I mean, even here in New York, if you go to New York, upstate New York still has those buildings up there. Chicago has some.
Like what?
Buildings that are from the 1700s.
Oh, word.
Chicago has some from 1800s, like where you can see they're still there.
Oh, yeah.
So, but it's like, if you go to London, like, because London is like an old New York, like it's like the OG New York.
Yeah.
You look like you're looking at buildings that were from 1695. Like, this building is older than the people who was beating slaves in America.
Yeah.
So
it ain't collapsed yet.
I feel like that puts it into perspective. It's like, how long do you think a people should take? And how long should we have gone without having kids? Because it's like, are you telling me that our generation should have stopped after y'all put us into slavery? And it's like, what if my great grandma never got over it, and then she passed her trauma down and passed it down and passed it down and passed it down?
Yeah.
Yes, it is our job to stop it, but what if I never do? What if it never reaches me?
Yeah.
I should never have kids, huh?
Because you got to remember the language. Like, when people see, when people talk about, like black people, I hate white people, and they say it with vitriol. It's like, where'd they get that from? They got that from their mama, who got that from their grandma, who got that from her
and
grandma,
they never ran
who
into,
literally got called an N-word and beat up
right
on the side of the street.
They never ran into white people who were different. They went their whole life and never ran into them and was open to it. They never experienced a church like the church that I go to, and they felt love. They just never got that experience. And it's like, what are we supposed to do? Say, everybody, all white people, come and introduce yourselves to the hood? Because they ain't gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? And we're meant to assimilate. And I always had this conversation with you. We're always meant to assimilate. We always have to accommodate. When they did this stuff to us, and it's like, y'all feel like, oh, it wasn't us that did it. Well, it wasn't us that were involved in it, but it's been passed down. So it's like, really, the solution is, if trauma, if removing all the negative thoughts that were implanted in me from a young age is never removed, if that never reaches me, am I supposed to never have kids? Is my bloodline supposed to just stop?
That's what some people prefer.
According to Caucasians, it probably should. If it never comes to that point, should my bloodline just end? And it's like, I don't know if you're saying I should just never have kids because, I never got out of that mentality of that there's loving white people out there. And, and are the white people ever going to come and say, actually, we do love you guys. And, whether you're a good black or black, we love you guys because you guys are people, and that's for the Christian community, them white evangelicals that I'm not going to start there. But that's y'all job. Crackers. Okay, go ahead.
Oh my gosh. All right, last one before we get up out of here. What is the hold on, gang, because I liked how they phrased it.
I like how they phrased it more.
I like how they phrased it better. Yep, thank you. Come again. Right. All right, here we go. Phew. Georgia has proposed a bill that would hold parents liable if their child assaults a teacher. Meaning, if your child hits me and I am his English teacher, you're going to jail.
What? This is my type of carried on.
5 at 5, proposed legislation could mean Georgia parents might face jail time if their child hurts a teacher.
Like what's captured in this viral video when a student at Martin Luther King Jr. High School punched a teacher, and you see the teacher swing back. This is another video of a student hitting a teacher at Discovery High School in Gwinnett County. The American Psychological Association reports violence against school staff is growing. This graph shows an uptick since the pandemic. In a survey, they found 56% of teachers reported incidents of physical violence. Nearly half of teachers want to quit or transfer schools. Educator and president of the Georgia Federation of Teachers, Fidelia Turner, worked with lawmakers to draft the Georgia Parent Accountability Act. She says the bill would make parents personally responsible if their child hurts a teacher. They could face a fine, community service, and possible jail time.
If I run a red light, I pay the price. If I don't pay internal revenue, I pay the price. So parents now will have to get a grip and understand who their children are, because some parents don't even know what their children are doing.
Some say the bill goes too far.
I think that's excessive, extremely excessive. I know kids have anger issues, especially these days, and parents have anger issues. So that's why I think money should be better spent on a bill that mandates parenting classes.
What is this?
The white lady.
Oh, get her.
She made me mad. I don't know. I think it's excessive.
I think it's excessive. He just punched that man in the face.
I think it's excessive. You know that some kids have anger issues. You gotta just tell me. But what made you feel that way, baby? No, come here, baby. What made you feel that you needed to punch this man in his mouth?
They give you the reason.
And then you would feel better after you did it? So maybe he could just do it a little bit and then after we could talk it out. That needs to be the skit. He's trying to break it up. So maybe if you just let him do it just one time, then we can talk about it after. He said he would feel better. You would feel better after, right?
But I don't want it.
You ain't said you would feel better. He said he'll feel better. Come on. Go ahead. Move your hand. Move your hand and let him hit you. Move your hand. Oh, Lord.
No.
Oh, Lord.
So, I'm for it. I am 100% for it.
I'm for it, too.
I'm for it. But, hey, no, I think, hey, I'm not going to lie. It used to make me sad when, they used to say where the incidents occurred. And it happens on a specific street with a specific name. Yeah. But now it's just funny to me. I just gave up. They're at MLK High School.
Yeah. So, was the kid black?
Oh, they were black.
Okay. Yeah.
Both the videos they showed us black kids.
Well, because I ain't going to lie, though. I'm not going to lie. And I will acknowledge, I'm not going to try to say, black people is perfect. However, it is pretty divided. It's not just black kids that fight teachers.
Yeah.
It's just black kids always get, shown on the media. Because when we had the white kid fight just out here, a couple months ago, it wasn't on the
yeah.
It hit one station and nobody else aired it.
Mm-hmm.
That's nonsense, bro. I wanted to put it on it myself. I swear I did. But y'all, this white kid just fought somebody and y'all ain't say nothing. He beat up a black man and the black man went to jail.
Dang.
The black man went to jail.
Oh wait, that was when dang, the black dude didn't he kick him when he was on the floor?
He did. He hit him when he was on the floor. And I'm like, that's what got her right there. That was it. Because bro dodged 4 hits. And he landed the first hit. And so he the one that got arrested because he landed that first hit.
Yeah.
It's bro was not stopping.
But he was assaulted.
Bro was not stopping. He was
like, just because I'm fast, it's like,
I was supposed to wait till he tuckered out.
Like, come on, bro.
I'm tired.
Yeah, they like, bro,
That's
he
why
got
I
out
did
on,
it.
he got out on bond. I'm like, oh my God, can you imagine protecting yourself and having to get out on bond? It's
Yeah.
crazy work.
Like even like the corrections officers was like, all right, man, you're free to go. But hey, that was a clean right hand you gave that boy. I'm not gonna lie.
He's like, you show me how I did that right one, boy. Because
That was good. I would have shot him.
I
But you went blow for blow with
me
him.
personally, I would have shot him. I would have been here. You got 2 weeks with pay, so
2 weeks with pay.
you might be on the road. You might be on the road team.
Right. Take my card. Take my card.
Take my card. That's you in the wall.
You in the wrong. You in the wrong heat, my boy.
But
I'm with it.
Yeah, no, I'm with it.
Yo, if you're a kid, so like, remember we had that topic where the little boy came to that door with the whip.
Yes.
That came to that black with the whip, and it was like, honestly, the fact that he thought that was okay.
Yeah,
that makes the
kid
family
don't really
dumb.
know. The kid is just copying something, and he honestly may have just got that stuff from Reddit. He might not even have got it from his parents. But there's a lack of teaching the child that this is really wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's a little iffy on me because white families do not teach their kids about slavery. I don't know how I feel about that. That's a whole nother conversation.
They should.
Yeah, I feel like they should know. Like they should. They just don't. And it's like I don't know if I'm gonna say that y'all need to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like should they? Of course, but like I'm not gonna tell them.
I ain't gonna please with you.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
Yeah.
So, but there's obviously a lack of like educating the boundaries there. So the parents should be liable for not doing that. And even if it's a fine, I don't necessarily think they should have to go to jail per se. But parents should be held accountable for allowing their kids to become racist. I don't care. And it sounds like the white lady don't want her kid to be involved because if her kid decides to go and shoot up a school, she don't want it to come back on her.
Yeah. So why I'm in the same
That's
cell
what
as
it
him?
sounds like. That's what it's to me. That's where the problem becomes because for these black parents, the ones that have the issue with their kids fighting, a lot of times they don't know. They don't know. They have not been taught that education is as important as it actually is because they coasted through school. We talking about generational trauma.
Yeah. They
coasted through school. Their mama only made it to 3rd grade. So their mama made it to 3rd grade. Then they coasted through school, or it probably will go more like this. They grandmama made it to 3rd grade. Their mama made it to 11th grade, then had them and dropped out. Then they made it to senior, and they like, oh, I made it to high school. Now I'm making $22 an hour. Like I'm good. I got a little bit of money. You just gotta graduate. Just graduate. I got D's and C's. Just graduate. Even Kevin Hart, they're about to just get a C. Just C is a street. I know for me, C was a stretch. We don't value education as a people like we need to, and so it becomes like, can you just not disrespectful? Disrespect is not okay. You don't call her to teach her name. You gotta go to the bathroom. Just go to the bathroom. Just go. Just leave. Just go. Just walk out. Just walk out. I'm not dealing with you. I'm not coming to that school. Or no teacher. I can't do that. No, she needs to not leave and go to the bathroom. But they don't call us. They don't talk to us. They just want to. No, I'm not dealing with it. I can't come off of work, and you better get it together. And it never becomes, no, the child went to the bathroom 4 times today, and it's only 3rd period. So no, I'm not letting her go to the bathroom. And yes, I can say no. But state law, I don't care. Then call the governor to come arrest me. What? You know what I'm saying? So it's like they don't get that part of the education system. So I digress. I'm getting off my soapbox right now. But yeah, I just feel like there needs, she said, a lot of times these parents don't know what their kids are doing. The thing right now in education, the solution right now that we came up with is inconvenience to parents. And I bet the kids get it together.
That's how it gotta be.
Because as soon as every time this kid act up, they got to spend a day at home. And I think, honestly, some more one-day RPCs would do it. Because if it's just one day, you come back the next day, oh, nope, now it's another day. Okay, now it's another day. Okay, now next week.
Just madness.
Now next week is 3 days. Then we could do 3, 3, 3. Then we could do 5, 5, 5. That doesn't look good for our numbers, so that's why we don't do it. So we just do RPC.
Oh my God,
and then we try to do in-house, and then you might get 3-day SWI, then 5 days, then 10 days, then 20, and then star on, and then expulsion. So that's like that's like the standard progression for like elementary and middle school. Then for high school, it's usually like, if you're talking about like a fight, you get a 3-day, then a 10-day, then a 20, then star on to expulsion.
So are these the school district protocols or the schools?
The schools choose that stuff always.
Okay.
There's no district protocols for that kind of stuff.
I would like having this expulsion. You immediately do something that's not a part of the school culture. Bye bye.
Can't.
Bye bye.
You can't do that.
Go get a GED.
You can't do that.
Oh my gosh. Like why? Legally?
Because everyone should have access to public education. That's the law.
Bye bye.
No, which I agree with.
You better go do online school. I don't know.
No, everyone should have an access
I
to free public education. I agree.
I think if you
I
can't,
think that that's very conservative of you to say though.
Like, if you-
it's on brand. It's on brand.
it's on brand. You know, I gotta keep
But-
it. You know, character.
But no, I do feel like I believe in public education.
So what? All right. What
100%.
if we did an online
we have that.
free?
We have that.
Oh, boom.
No, these kids ditch. They don't show up.
All
Okay.
Right, bye.
So if you can't, and then what do we have? More kids on the street, and that's what we're doing right now.
Jesus Christ.
You know, because you know the biggest population that's doing online school.
What?
They have my old job, the juveniles. You know how many of those kids is on the online school?
Oh my
Like
God.
almost all of them.
Because my thing is like,
And they're going to drop out.
I don't want to chalk it up to a lost cause, but it's like your support system is doo-doo cheeks. Oh my God. Oh.
And that's why people like me get into education so we can help. And that's why I think the people like her.
But then
is
y'all
doing-
get burnt
is doing it good.
out.
Well, I'm good.
Well, you good.
Okay.
What about the teachers that?
They should have been in education. They shouldn't have been in education in the first place. So
like,
actually,
what is
they
it?
cool.
46% said, or 49% said they wanted to leave.
Can we be honest though?
No.
It's because they're white at a black school.
I knew it.
But that's why.
I get it.
They're white at a black school,
I
and that's
get
cool.
it.
We need
Yeah,
teachers. We need
yeah.
teachers. So y'all can come and fill the spot for a little bit. But like that's cool. Y'all just be teachers while I get my school together. While I build up my black educators. Because
Yeah.
we're gonna come and we're gonna change society.
Yeah,
So y'all fill the gap real
true.
quick for a little bit.
I wonder if, because you're the way you were. Oh my God, where you work right now, bro? They be trying to
Yeah.
lobster
And
in
that's-
a barrel.
So that's what I was gonna say.
Crabs in a bucket barrel.
That's what I was gonna say. A lot of times it's not even just the fights; it's the lack of administration supporting.
Support, yeah.
It's the lack of administrative support because these admin don't get around this campus and know these kids. Because if I go anywhere on my campus, I don't know these kids.
Mr. Burgers, Mr. Burgers.
But
Mr.
if they
Burgers.
fighting, hey,
Oh yeah,
cut that out. Boy, they stopped as soon as they heard my voice.
yeah.
And then they might be mad or they don't hear what's going on. As soon as I get in, these kids not gonna hit me. My mom got the same stories
Mhm.
of kids. They cock it back, but they like, oh, it's you. I'm not about to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You lucky he here. It becomes that.
Yeah.
It take 4 people to break up the same fights that it take me to break up by myself. The same fights because they're not gonna do that while I'm there. Disrespectful. The girls might. Only some of the girls though, because
Yeah.
I don't know.
It'd be emotions.
Yeah, it's emotional. I think
They get the windmill and they
Yeah.
can't stop. They get the
Yeah.
momentum.
Yeah, and they head me down. Their eyes be closed.
Yeah, that ain't be I be close. They
They
can't
know what's
hear.
going on.
They can't hear. It's too much. The
Yeah.
camera flash is bright.
Yeah, but
Oh my God.
yeah,
So
I love I love her. She was media trained for show. Her lines was in it. I'd vote her to be our next superintendent. I don't know who she is, but
Oh,
her the way she articulated and really sold the proposal is amazing to me. Like we need to inconvenience these parents because a lot of times, like she said, they don't know.
yeah.
You're gonna know when it's $100 fine hit your door.
Yeah.
You gonna know we for
yes, yeah.
You're gonna know we're for real.
Yep. Come and they come up there disputing their robe. What is this? $100. Yeah. Oh. We want to talk about it now?
So now here's the problem.
Let's talk about it now.
Administration.
You gotta hold the line.
Dear
Hold the line.
Dear administration around the world, when these when these parents come, complain.
Get that clip again.
Get a clip again.
Get that clip again.
Dear administration around the world, when these parents come to complain, y'all better stand on business. And if y'all can't stand on business, call me on speaker. Call me, I'll talk to them. You know how many times I'd have seen a bad parent and I get up in there and I'd have cut admin off a couple times. I ain't gonna lie. I said, no. So we're not doing that because this is the last time it happened. Somebody called me about their grade.
Yeah.
They said, yeah, he does good in all his other classes. Yeah, and this is also so-and-so. And then, yeah, and we just want to know why he's great. Because he don't do his work. And here kind of mama. Okay, so how he don't do his work? Blah, blah, blah. And she yelling her all this stuff. And I said, and they're like, no, it's okay.
Actually,
Okay, we
it's
have
not.
a conversation. No, just let's talk. And I'm letting it finish. No, so as I was saying, if you look at his infinite campus, everything that's missing is missing because he did not complete it. So I don't know if you're expecting me to give it to him again. That's fine. But nobody came and asked me for a redo assignment. He also knows where it is. He also didn't ask for it. What do you want me to do? So the conversation was just that. What do you need from me? If he comes tomorrow to get the assignments, I will give it to him and I'll even give him time to do it. He can stop by my room during lunch, during class. And if I'm feeling nice because you called me, thank you for reaching out to be a good parent, I'll even stay after school for him. I told her, I said, I never mind when a parent advocates for a child because I had a mom who didn't play about me either. So when your child needs something from a teacher, it's my job to support him. And I'll even go out of my way and stay after contract duty for free to support your child. Did that child stay after school to get supported? No. Did the mom call me ever again?
Yeah.
No. Has the student failed since then? Yes. Do I care? No. But admin would have been sitting there talking about no. Can we just, maybe he can,
No,
no. Y'all, this is the policy. And I'm not taking the assignment after Wednesday. I'm not. That's the policy. Why are we curving it because so-and-so came up here mad and her cousin can hear the same story. What you bringing him up here for? He's zesty. No, because I did fight a transgender person at the school.
Yeah. To put it down real quick. Yeah.
Because it was a girl with a beard, so that was crazy. So,
but here's the thing, though. I know we just said we shouldn't bring back shame and condemnation and yada yada Bible. I'm sorry, Jesus, but
well, for the whole group,
are you fighting with me?
So
we need shame
for the whole group. No, but we should shame those activities, though.
Yeah,
I do.
Shame the sin, not the sinner.
Yeah, and I shame that activity gladly.
Yeah.
Nobody can try to stop me. I will shame that activity. You're quick to come up here to complain about your child's grade, but you weren't quick to say nothing when that child was absent for third period every day.
We call you.
They were there first, second, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth, but third, just for some reason, they couldn't make it to class. Maybe they just had an appointment. It does happen to be that's the period right before lunch as well.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they're out doing with their friends, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't really know. But as their parent, you might should know.
Yeah. And by the way, when he come to my class, he do be smelling like.
He does smell like a little bit of, it's not.
And it's always after second period when I see him after first lunch. Freak.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do? Yeah. No.
So I just want to say shout out to whoever that lady is, the black,
the white black,
the black white lady, bro. I love her. Actually, for I don't know what else she's doing, but like based on that statement, that was a great.
What's her What's her name? What's her name? Where the black white lady at?
She was
the white man.
I didn't see her name.
Did they give her a title card?
Maybe she was first.
What was her name? Turner what?
Georgia. Wait.
Sorry, let me slow it down.
We're trying to get her name.
We gotta get her flowers. Yeah.
Oh, Verdalia Turner.
Shout out Verdalia Turner in Georgia.
Yeah.
We love you.
Verdalia Turner.
Let's get you on the show.
No, let's not.
We need that. We need legislation here. To be honest with you.
No, yeah, actually, I do 100% support that.
Yeah.
For real. Inconvenience these parents. Make these kids stay at home. Chronic absenteeism is another thing that we need to have addressed.
Yeah.
Because CPS don't get involved no more.
Really?
Yeah, they said we got too much. So
too many cases?
We'll send somebody to pick them up.
Yeah.
Like, we sent a car.
That's crazy. We'll send a car.
Like,
beep, beep. We give them 2 horns.
But they're like, we're not about to like.
Give them that black brochure.
We're not about to like take the kid out of the home. Yeah. You know, like put the kid into child haven just because they won't go to school. It's like we just don't got the space for that, the manpower.
So I bet. But you can take them to jail though, right? You can take the parents to jail.
And then the kid goes where? The child haven. You're not doing the math.
Frick. Service. Because they don't got no daddy. Yeah. I feel like, wait, pause. Wait. So
no, because they didn't have a daddy. They both parents were gold, Thomas.
Because I'm about to think like, do they got a paper? They got a paper on scissors.
Oh, who goes and who stays?
Like, we all gotta go. I went last time. Don't make me go.
I went last time. It's crazy. We didn't learn our lessons. Obviously, this is not working, bro. It's like this time he good, and we'll see if it changes after that. Like, if it don't change, next time both y'all go.
Oh my gosh, bro.
But no, yeah, this I call CPS. I'm like, oh, what's up with my case? I got like 4. It was like,
oh, we dropped them.
Yeah, we ain't doing that.
Yeah.
No, I just called somebody I know that works. You know, supervisor over there, and she was telling me, I was like, yeah, we're not gonna be the best. They was like, this is the best we could do, but for the most part. And they're like, and if you call and if you really show that you care, then we will prioritize that case. But there's only so much we can do because we're not gonna put a kid in child haven and take up the resources just because the parent will take them to school, especially if they're not in harm.
Yeah.
They're like, if the kid's not in harm, we're not taking kids out of homes if the kid's not in danger. So it is what it is.
It's always crazy because it just boils down to he don't want to do his work and you don't want to come up here. Or you don't want to focus. You don't want to tell him to do his work.
Well, no, they'll tell him to do their work. It's because you don't want to come up here. It's the inconvenience thing. You know what RPC stands for?
Nah, what is it?
Required Parent Conference. That means you're going to be RPC'd for 2 days. However, you cannot come back on campus until your parent comes up here to meet us. We have lost that. RPC no longer requires a parent conference. They call home and they talk to parent that way.
So they giving up.
They do phone calls. That's a big thing. All I remember, RPC meant the mom had to come up to school. That's what I remember. My mom was telling me like, no, some schools don't really force that.
I remember now. We used to make fun of they would walk in during like first period about the bell about to ring. They would walk in with their mom. We'd be like,
see, it was common. RPC was common. That's not a thing. It's just phone call. And I wonder. I don't know. I wonder if it's because of COVID.
oh wow. Oh, you need to update that.
Because I wouldn't know. You know, I wasn't in school,
Yeah.
so I wouldn't be surprised. My sister was in school after COVID, but she never been like these kids ain't been RPC, so we don't really know. You
Probably
know,
was. It probably is, bro.
because of COVID, because of that whole virtual stuff. So
yeah, so
you
they
know,
do phone calls.
yeah.
Nah,
but you need to come up because it's that inconvenience.
Nah, update.
It's that
update
inconvenience because as soon as you know, but we can't really force that kind of stuff.
What?
How can we force it? That's at a school level. The principals need to start saying, "All right, we need to get this together." Requiring the mom to come up here.
Yeah, that's when you and the teachers need to just draft the email real quick, send it to them, and then come in, barge up in there like, hey, it's the little stuff that y'all not doing.
Yeah,
that's pissing
oh
us
yeah.
off.
Well, I ain't doing that. You know, I don't like my school, but
you about to
yeah.
you just give them to the wolves.
But next time,
yeah. The choir teacher got it. She got it. She been there what 40 minutes.
Poor teacher. Sorry to that lady.
Sorry to that lady.
And she best friends with the art teacher now.
Yeah.
That art teacher be telling all the kids that I hate her. I said, ma'am, unlike you, I have a life. I don't talk about other grown women to children.
Especially because I don't know you.
I don't know
you. Like you work across the hall. I see you. I say what's up.
Like, and I don't even say that no more. And the kids always be calling her trans, and I always would defend her. But after I found out she's talking mess about me, I've never defended her.
She do look like Mrs. Tutwiler. I'm not gonna lie. Is that her name, Miss Tutwiler? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh.
From Recess. Is it a prince? No, that's not the principal. It's the dude. She the angry teacher.
She is
Miss Detweiler. Ooh, that's what her name is, right?
This is bad, actually.
She give Miss Detweiler, bro. What is it? Recess? That's not her name. Yeah.
Wow. That's what she look like?
She give Detweiler.
This is actually crazy work. I'm gonna tell her she'd be there for Halloween.
He does hate me.
Anyway, yeah, shout out my raggedy squad. I can't wait to leave y'all, bro. We almost there, bro.
Almost there, bro. Got a couple more weeks.
Almost there. Anyway, how long was today's episode? It had to be long. All right, guys. See you guys next week.
Bye. Have a great time.